A federal appeals court just ruled in Maryland that you can't take your kids out of school starting in kindergarten because you disagree with the school teaching LGBTQ materials, and they have to read the books and you can't stop them, at least in Maryland. Speaking of crazy, I don't understand this. An appeals court just ruled relating to Maryland that a parent of kids in the public schools between kindergarten and fifth grade cannot opt out of the pro-LGBTQ curriculum in the Maryland school.
So if I'm the parent and my kid is going there, I can't opt my kid out?
No. So if you have a religious belief, let's just say hypothetically, and you don't want your kids exposed to something that you think is contrary to your religious belief, the federal court in Maryland just ruled 2-1 in the 4th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals that you can't pull your kid out of school. So
what?
This is one of the books.
How's that not unconstitutional?
I'm stunned. This is one of the books that the parents took to the court. This is called Pride Puppy. It's a promotion of how great it is to be gay and a kid in Maryland. And this is one of the books that the parents who sued in Montgomery County said that children are being forced to read these books. And we think it's a violation of federal and state law that boys are boys and girls are girls. And if the school's teaching something different, Christians, Jews, and even Muslims are opposed to this because it's contrary to biblical teachings. And the parents said it's their responsibility to teach their kids about sex, or so you would think. The federal appeals court just said, no, you have to leave your kid in that classroom. Your kid is going to read books. I'll read you. Pride Puppy, Uncle Bobby's Wedding, and Born Ready, the true story of a boy named Penelope.
Barry, can you put the picture back up there? So, look, looking at this picture.
This looks like Target.
It does. It looks like Target, and it looks like that new Walmart ad. There's a new Walmart ad pushing this. Yeah. And, just looking at this picture. Now, maybe I'm a little morbid here, and I'm just kind of like studying this picture here. And starting in the beginning here, you got the dog, then you got a little girl that might be a little boy, and then you got another little girl or might be a little boy. We can just assume that they're the opposite of what they're portraying them. They actually are. And then you have the one right there in the orange with the green hat on, probably a little girl that they're making look like a little boy. But the adult standing right there holding the thing, I think that's a dude, right? Then all the adult supposedly looking women are dudes, right?
Yeah.
All of them are dudes. And then there's I guess it's supposed to be a dude sitting in a wheelchair, but it's probably a woman with a beard, right? This would confuse children to so many levels of what are they? What is this? And I think that's the point, to confuse children. And you know what, Barry? Be honest with you, I don't think you and I would be even having a discussion if they weren't targeting children.
Well,
would we?
No, I believe, like you do, in certain libertarian principles that you do whatever you want to do in the privacy of your own home, as long as you're not harming someone else, right? And when it leaves the home and gets enforced on your lifestyle or your kid's lifestyle, and you consider it nuts, the state literally is taking away your rights as a parent, Will, to parent your children, Will, in a way that you think is religiously or philosophically or ethically appropriate. So it's a nanny state. This is like Hillary Clinton's, remember, takes a village and we're in charge of the village, right? It's philosophy. And you, parent, go to work, pay your taxes, we'll handle the kids. That's literally what is going on in Maryland. That's shocking. to me. Absolutely
It
shocking.
is. How is it not unconstitutional?
I don't know. I don't. It was.
This is the government pushing their beliefs, their ideology onto you and your children, and they're saying that you cannot opt out of it. What? So I guess
we're talking about kindergartners.
Yeah. So next they're going to be saying, well, we've made a mandate that, children need to start taking puberty blockers at an early age. Who's to stop them from doing this? Because now we've mandated and we need to do this to your child. I guess the only solution, Barry, is to pull the kids out of school. But a lot of parents can't do it. Well, I mean, if you're going to tell me that I have to have my children, no, I'm pulling my kid out, then I guess I'm just going to have to make a life change here. How important are your children?
Homeschool them or send them to private school for $25,000 a year in after-tax dollars, which is like 40 grand a year. Nobody's got that kind of money. No,
they're doing this because a lot of parents cannot afford to take off or to leave their job and take their kids out of school. I mean, Barry, I think at this point, if you're in that position, and I hate for anyone to be in that position, but I think if you're in that position, you got to make some life changes. How important are your children to you?
I agree with you.
How important are they?
I'll tell you what, my kids wouldn't have been in that school.
No, absolutely not. I would have been livid. I was like, I dare you. Here, right here. Go ahead and put them on me. I dare you to push this crap onto my kids. Leave the kids alone. The thing is, you can't bring your kids home. You can't opt out. That's crazy. So literally, and then we'll leave the subject. Sex taught in the schools, starting at kindergarten, 5-year-old kids are going to be taught by the state, regardless of what you think as a parent. Are you hearing me loud and clear? That's unbelievable. Yeah, they want the government to become mommy and daddy.